So you've enjoyed using Syntheseps to increase your melee damage by a ton, and that's pretty good. But today we're going to go to the backup plan. Not only do we get infinite overshield, but increases our shotgun damage by a lot. If you've tried using the no backup plans before, you've probably run into an issue with just running out of ammo really quickly. I figured out a way to fix that, and I'm going to explain that by discussing our weapon setup. We'll start with the exotic, which is the tractor cannon. You're probably familiar with this, but if you didn't know, this exotic provides the highest debuff in the game. Enemies hit by its blast get pushed away, suppressed, and take 30% more damage from all sources. So not just you doing a lot of DPS, but everyone on your fire team doing a lot of damage at the same time. It's a powerful tool for DPS, killing bosses, and even champions, cause since it suppresses enemies, it stuns overload champions. It's basically super divinity. Well, except it does not give you free crits. Moving on to our energy weapons, we'll be using a Void Pinpoint Slug since this is going to be our backup damage dealer, but first we will use it to help with ad clear. We also want to ensure it has the same element as tractor, so it's easier for us to replenish ammo. Like I said before, getting ammo back is very important, and this is part of how we're going to fix that. I forgot to actually mention the name of the weapon that we're using here. It's called Nessa's Oblation, and it comes from the Root of Nightmares raid. For those of you guys who are not familiar with raids or just don't have people to do them, I do raids on my channel Tuesday to Saturday every single week. So if you're looking for a team to play with, you can catch me on Twitch using the link below. On this, we're going to run Reconstruction that overflows the magazine, increasing it to about 15 shots. And for the secondary perk, we use Destabilizing Round, which causes nearby enemies to become volatile on enemy final blows. Because of the way no backup plans works, we'll be using the shotgun to replenish our overshield. So this will not only do that, but also help kill all the nearby enemies, so we're not really putting ourselves in that much danger. Lastly, we have our kinetic shotgun, the Big D, also known as the Ragnar D, and we'll be using this with auto-loading holster and 1-2 punch. This is plan A when it comes to majors and champions. We'll use this with the tractor cannon that we already have equipped to deal with the big boys. Auto-loading holster refills the magazine from reserves while this weapon is holstered, and 1-2 punch increases our shield bash damage by 40%, but all the other melee damage by 100%. That's a lot of damage. This combination allows us to maximize on ammo economy and makes it easy to know what weapon to use for each scenario. For our exotic, at this point it's clear we're using the no backup plans, but let's explain exactly what it does. While on a Void subclass, rapid shotgun final blows or powerful enemy defeats grants a Void overshield and starts health regeneration. When they say multi-kills, this means 3 enemies and you get your overshield. And it happens instantly when you kill any yellow bars. While you have this overshield, your shotguns deal 35% more damage and shotgun final blows refresh this overshield. So to summarize what this exotic does, while you have an overshield, your shotgun does a lot more damage. If you get a kill with the shotgun, your overshield refreshes and you get health regeneration. So you're tanky and your shotguns are just destroying things. And all of this is happening, and we haven't even added the fact that we can increase all this damage with tractor cannon by 30% more. Let's get into the subclass now so we understand a little bit better how we're going to be using this exotic. We use the shield bash for our melee, which suppresses enemies on impact and gives a void overshield on defeat. This activates the overshield we need for the backup plan's exotic. So instead of using a shotgun kill to get the overshield, you could just do a shield bash. If you get a kill from that, you get your overshield, and now everything is working. We then add offensive bulwark as our aspect, because while we have an overshield, our grenade recharges significantly faster and it increases our melee lunge, melee damage, and final blows extend the duration of our overshield. This means when we activate our overshield, if we keep getting melee kills, the timer that keeps our overshield active stays at 20 seconds. If our overshield gets low, all we need to do is get a shotgun kill and we instantly get max overshield again. So just to explain that, the timer that allows us to keep our overshield can be extended with the aspect, and the amount of overshield that we have is replenished when we get a shotgun kill. We also use Control Demolitionist because it makes nearby enemies volatile when hitting targets with void abilities or volatile explosions. It also grants you and your allies health regeneration when volatile targets explode. This means you consistently heal you and and your nearby teammates with every melee hit. For fragments, we'll use Provision, Exchange, Remnants, and Persistence. Provision grants melee energy on grenade hits. Exchange grants grenade energy on melee hits. Those two basically work hand in hand. Grenade gives melee, melee gives grenade. Remnant increases the duration of the lingering effect on our Vortex grenade, and Persistence increases the duration of our Void Overshield. That's why we're able to talk about 20 seconds earlier. The fragments basically improve our grenade and cycle our grenades into our melee charge, and also improves our Overshield. Looking into stats, I use the tried and trusted setup. Here are my stats on the screen right now so you can see what I use. You don't have to have the same exact thing, but just get as close to it as possible. I use max resilience for survivability and max discipline for our grenade energy, since we already know that based on our setup, this grenade energy is going to give us our melee back. The rest of the stats you could dump into strength or recovery. Honestly, it doesn't matter too much because you already have recovery based on the fact that you're healing your overshield and you get health regeneration through your melees. So having recovery is more of a backup plan, but come on, no backup plans. My mods are on the screen right now. If you're part of the screenshot squad, don't forget to leave a like on hashtag screenshots in the comments below. And if you're team dim, support your squad below with the hashtag dim comment. Let's see who wins this time. And if you're team both, hey, drop a like on both comments. The must-have mods for the build are Melee Kickstart and Heavy Handed for the gauntlets. Heavy Handed generates Orbs of Power on melee final blows, and Melee Kickstart returns melee energy when you use a charged melee attack. Stacks on the legs grants an additional armor charge on Orb of Power pickups. And now it's time for the drip check. Hashtag drippy in the comments if you're feeling that drip, and if you're a hunter or warlock main and you're looking for some new builds, check out these videos for some insane build ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.